Have you ever looked back at something you did and just thought, wow, that was a special kind of stupid? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. It's like our brains occasionally decide to take a vacation without telling us. Today, we're diving into the hilarious, relatable, and sometimes downright baffling world of dumb things we all do. This isn't about judging anyone. It's about having a good laugh at our shared human silliness. So, grab some popcorn, get comfortable, and let's explore the beautiful art of being unintentionally foolish. Let's start with a classic, the "Where's my phone?" panic. You know the drill. You're about to leave the house. You pat your pockets, and nothing. Your heart sinks. You frantically start retracing your steps, tearing your apartment apart like a scene from a spy movie. You check the couch cushions, the fridge, even the bathroom, all while you're on the phone with your best friend, telling them about your crisis. And then it happens. They calmly ask, "What are you using to talk to me right now?" Silence. You slowly pull the phone away from your ear, look at it, and feel a wave of embarrassment wash over you. It's a rite of passage, really. Extra points if you were also using the phone's flashlight to look for it under the sofa. We've all had that moment of brilliance. Next up, let's talk about kitchen adventures. Specifically, the "Is this still good?" game we play with our food. You find a yogurt in the back of the fridge. The expiration date was last Tuesday. A responsible adult would throw it out, but the little goblin in our brain whispers, "It's probably fine." The date is just a suggestion, a gentle hint from the manufacturer. So, you do the sniff test. You give it a little poke. You might even take a tiny, tentative taste, as if your taste buds are a highly calibrated scientific instrument for detecting bacteria. Spoiler alert, they are not. 9 times out of 10, you might be fine, but that one time, you're not. Well, that's a story for another day, and it usually involves a lot of regret and time spent in a very small room. And how about our complete inability to function without GPS? Remember when people used actual paper maps? Me neither. Now, we trust our digital overlords implicitly. You're driving to a friend's house you've been to a dozen times, but you still plug it into the GPS. Why? For moral support. Then, the GPS says, "Turn right in 300 feet," and you're like, "Wait, that doesn't seem right, ... But you do it anyway. Suddenly you're on a dirt road, facing a flock of confused sheep, and the app triumphantly announces, "You have arrived." You haven't arrived. You're lost in the middle of nowhere, all because you trusted a satellite more than your own memory. It's the blind faith we put in technology that truly makes this a special kind of modern-day foolishness. Let's not forget our social blunders. You see someone from a distance, and you start waving enthusiastically. Big, wide, friendly waves. You're smiling, maybe even shouting their name. As you get closer, you realize it's a complete stranger. Now you're stuck in the most awkward situation known to man. Do you pretend you were waving at someone behind them? Do you suddenly pretend to be stretching? Or do you just commit? Walk up to this random person and say, "Hi, I thought you were someone else, but have a great day anyway." The panic in that moment, the desperate search for an escape route for your dignity, is a universal experience. It's a beautiful, cringe-worthy ballet of social awkwardness. Then there's what I call procrastinator's logic. You have a huge project due on Friday. It's Monday. Your brain says, "Okay, plenty of time. Let's not rush this. Let's ease into it." Tuesday comes. You know, creative ideas need to marinate. Wednesday. I work best under pressure anyway. By Thursday night, it's 11 p.m. You've had 4 energy drinks, and you're surrounded by a fortress of snack wrappers. You're frantically typing, fueled by pure panic and regret. You tell yourself, "Never again. Next time, I'll start early." But we all know that's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. The cycle will repeat, because for some reason, we believe that future us is a completely different persona, super organized, motivated, and responsible superhero who will clean up our messes. Spoiler, future you is just present you, but more tired and with a looming deadline. And can we talk about walking into a room and completely forgetting why you're there? It's like your brain's short-term memory just hits the reset button. You stand in the middle of the kitchen, looking around, utterly bewildered. What did I need? A snack, a glass of water, the nuclear launch codes. You have no idea. So you walk back to the room you came from, and the second you sit down, it hits you. Ah, my keys. So you get up, walk back into the kitchen, and it's gone again. This phenomenon is apparently called the doorway effect, where passing through a doorway can trigger forgetting. So it's not our fault, it's architecture's fault. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Here's another one. Searching for your glasses when they're on top of your head. This is the cousin of the phone in your hand dilemma. You're squinting at everything, complaining about how you can't see, patting down every surface. You might even ask someone, "Have you seen my glasses?" They just stare at you, point to the top of your head, and try not to laugh. In that moment, you have to make a choice. Laugh at yourself, or pretend you knew they were there all along, and you were just ... resting them. It's a tough call. Let's also honor the classic push a door that says pull, or even better, pulling a door that clearly has a push sign in giant, unmissable letters. You give it a good tug, nothing. You pull harder, convinced the door is just stuck. You might even brace your foot against the wall for extra leverage. People are starting to stare. Finally, a small child walks up, gives the door a gentle push, and it swings open effortlessly. The walk of shame that follows is a powerful, humbling experience. You just have to hold your head high and pretend you were testing the door as structural integrity for safety reasons. Finally, the dumb things we say. We've all been there. The waiter says, "Enjoy your meal," and your brain short-circuits, replying with a cheerful, "You, too." You immediately want the ground to open up and swallow you whole. Or when you're leaving a friend's house and you tell them, "Happy birthday," even though their birthday was 6 months ago. These little verbal hiccups are just our mouths running faster than our brains. They're harmless, but oh, the internal cringe can last for days. At the end of the day, these moments don't make us stupid. They make us human. They're the funny, relatable stories we share that connect us. Being able to laugh at yourself is a superpower. It shows you don't take life too seriously. So the next time you find yourself looking for your sunglasses while you're wearing them, just smile. You've just collected another great story to tell. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a laugh with you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Stay silly, stay humble, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.